Welcome to my channel. I'm Dante Arnold, and this is a good friend of mine, it's Fantasia. And I'm going to be going through a few steps on applying makeup for stage. We're going to start out with some moisturizer as well as an oil control lotion. And it's okay to sometimes mix them together to go on your skin. And it allows the foundation to flow smoothly throughout your skin, as well as the oil control lotion helps with if you have oily skin. When you get under the bright lights, it'll keep you from perspiring as much as you usually would, and it helps out quite a bit. It's okay to go pretty liberal with it. You find a brand you like, it's good. Just whichever one you like, it works better for you, along with a primer.
Now, will this help my foundation stay on longer?
Yes, it will. Yes. And the next step, we're going to go ahead and start off with your concealer. We're going to go under the eye area and other areas to conceal some things that we may want to kind of downsize, play down, or not want to see as much. Can you look up for me? Just look up in your eyes, just straight up in here. I'm going to go under here with your concealer. You want to get as close to the lower of your eyelid as possible. And you want to go up in an angle. You want to go up. Like it's called make up, not make down. You want to go up like that. It kind of pulls your face up a little bit there. You're going to come right in here. Let me do this one. I'm actually using a concealer, but I'm actually highlighting with the concealer.
What exactly will highlighting do for me on stage? Because I entertain, I also perspire quite a bit. So
the highlighter will actually keep your face, it will give your face some facial shape, as well as it will, anything you want, any imperfections. Save your nose if you want to make your nose appear to be longer or thin, more thinner. That's what highlighting, you will highlight your nose. And then you contour. Contouring is when you bring in a darker color and you make the facial shape to be a little bit more of what you want it to be. And the key thing to your concealer and your highlighting is blending. Blend, blend, blend. I'm using a foundation brush. You can blend with this if need be. You can use a sponge, whichever one works better for you. I just like a little bit more control of a brush. And this is what's going to be under your foundation. You can alter the shape of your face with highlighting and contouring. It's very important when it comes to stage. Very important. And a lot of, you see now, a lot of ladies are doing it on an everyday basis. They are doing it in their makeup. Change any imperfection that they don't like. And it's okay if it looks a little messy, if it starts to look a little, the colors are looking like it's unrealistic. Don't worry about that, because you got to keep in mind this is going to be under your foundation. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and apply the foundation on top of it, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Now we finished with our foundation, and we've gone over the face with our highlighter. We set the face with our powder, and we put our highlighting powder on. We set the face right in here. I'm just going in, I'm just blending and blending. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put a little bit of a blush in the cheek areas. You can see where your cheeks are going to be. It's already pretty much lined up as we used our foundation.
So why did you use a cream foundation instead of a water-based foundation?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because for stage, the cream is going to hold better. For a water-based foundation, if you were doing that for stage, and you start to perspire under those hot lights, and then you got to think about you may apply your makeup at a certain time. You may not go on stage until another hour and a half, or however. That water will it will run, but that cream is going to set. It's going to stay. It'll stay a lot longer than the water foundation would. Water-based foundation would. The cream is going to sit and last a lot longer.
So why did you pick these particular areas to highlight?
Because with highlighting, the way I've done under your eyes, the center of your forehead, and down your nose, that allows for those areas to pop when the light hit it. When you're under like the spotlight or you're on the stage or however, those areas will pop and kind of and stand out more so. If you're on a runway or you're on a stage or however, if you're being photographed, that it all works together for that purpose. And it's pretty simple to do. The first couple of times you do it, you'll feel like, oh, I'm making a mess. But it's the mess you make that's going to make the creation when you're finished. You just after the first 2 times you do it, you'll get a hang of it. It's pretty simple. Just take the lighter powder, you go in those areas, and you'll see it's going to just stand out. It's going to pop.
So what's the difference between highlighting and contouring?
Contouring is when you take a darker shade, which is similar to what I just did with the blush. I took the blush and I not only went to your cheek area, which is right in here. I also took a little bit of that blush and I went down your nose on the sides there to give it a shading area. To give it a shading color, contouring it. That's what I'm doing. And I also did a little bit around your forehead to give it a contour. And what that does, it's like an illusion, the light against the dark, and it just brings everything together. It gives your face a shape. And that's what you're going to want to do. That's the purpose of the contouring in that way. And the highlight and the contouring also is buildable, meaning that when you apply it and you start to blend, and it may seem as though it has disappeared, there's nothing wrong with going back and adding a little bit more of the highlight, the powder, as I'm doing right now. There's nothing wrong with going back and highlighting those areas, because that's what you really going to want to stand out and to pop. You don't want your face to appear flat. Sometimes that'll happen with lighting and everything. Good lighting, bad lighting, however, your face will just appear to be like a piece of paper, just flat. And that's what this does. This helps, and it makes this, you can actually change the shape of your face or your eyes with doing so.
So would I just leave this powder on here like this, or what would I do? Because I look kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, but it's going to absorb some, and the rest, you take your fluffy brush and you just blend. And you're going to blend it in. You're going to just blend it in. And it's going to look amazing.